Are you worried or have concerns about the direction of the country right now?
Yes, of course I'm worried. There's less unity in the country, and it seems to be self-inflicted. I think our politicians have to be conscious, very, very conscious of pulling all the parts of Nigeria together. Because when you engage in policy that tends to alienate one part, especially an important part, then you are putting the nation in danger of a disintegration and discontent. And people will begin to want out. People will begin to want their own nation. And then you are going to double back and begin to punish them, arrest them, prosecute them, and all that. And you think that is the solution? No, that's not the solution. The solution is good governance, justice, peace, fair play, tranquility. Treat your neighbor as you treat yourself. Hausa, treat Igbo as you treat fellow Hausa. Yoruba, treat Hausa as you treat fellow Yoruba. Minorities, treat yourselves, treat the majority as you treat your minorities. When people begin to treat one another better, then we'll have a better nation. And the goal that we pursue as citizens, as compatriots, will become very achievable. But when you don't do that, you are inviting disintegration. And don't blame anybody that agitates to have his separate state, because his reasons will be more justified than you think.
Maybe go a little bit back. You talked about President Jonathan invited you back to the country.
Yes.
What do you think about those willing him to contest for 2027? And then you have also some person saying he's not qualified to run again for president.
I mean, Jonathan?
Yes.
Well, it is the decision to make. As to constitutional qualification you're talking about,
Yeah.
well, this is something that the courts will have to decide. Maybe they can test that in the courts. But he never got his 8 years. I can give you my legal opinion. Jonathan ruled for about 5 or 6 years.
6.
He can be re-elected. But someone can argue that his presidency will preterm it at the, before he makes another 4 years. Do you understand? It's an argument that can be made, but he's qualified to run again.
What do you make of the future of the Southeast as we head to 2027?
Well, the Southeast will continue to struggle politically. Unfortunately, we are politically disadvantaged in this country since the end of the war. Militarily speaking, even when the military is in power, there is a political disadvantage for Southeast because we are not well represented in the military security apparatus. And then when democracy comes, there seems to be some kind of a conspiracy of sorts or a convergence, amongst other groups of Nigerians that Southeast, people should be marginalized politically. So a lot of good positions elude us, in the national affairs of the country. We don't have that predominant or dominant presence that we are supposed to have in this country, and that is one of the things that is causing convulsions in the system.
What do you make of insinuation or the narrative that the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest was probably a strategic plan to draw out P2B and frame him for being a pro-IPOB member and probably destroy his presidential ambition?
Well, the allegation that it's a strategic plan is more strategic than the strategic plan. Anybody taking it towards P2B angle is being devilishly strategic. It has nothing to do with P2B. P2B has publicly called for a halt to the prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu. So why do they keep looking for him? So those are the people that are being devilishly strategic. The buck stops at President Tinubu's table. If he does not free Nnamdi Kanu, he can forget the votes of people of Southeast. Nnamdi Kanu is well loved in the Southeast. Mr. President, if anybody is telling you differently, he's lying to you. Unless there's another plan. You're not going to win Southeast without freeing Nnamdi Kanu.
Even with all these defections?
No, it won't happen. APC will lose woefully
with all these defendants?
Yes, go to the grassroots. I'm very close to the grassroots. The Igbos are waiting. They are angry. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their favorite son. They want him home, Mr. President. Or you can forget Southeast. You can become president again with the votes of others. But forget that of Southeast. They are not happy with you because of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matter. That's just the gospel truth.
I have proposed a number of states, I think 6 states coming up, and every zone is allotted 1 state again. And Southeast, they said they want to correct imbalance. The Southeast was also given 1 state, but other zones are also going to get 1 state. What's your take on that?
No, they create imbalance by trying to solve imbalance. That is speaking from both sides of their mouth. But what are they creating more states for anyway? States that won't be viable. They're only viable in terms of electing more representatives, more senators to put pressure on the national powers, and the governor to put pressure on the state resources. If they want to truly correct imbalance, Northwest is 7 states. They can make the other geopolitical zones 7 in number. That will correct the imbalance. Let us say creating more states is not a good idea, economically speaking. But if you're creating more states to solve an imbalance, you create 7 states in each region, each geopolitical zone, because Northwest has 7. Others have 6. Southeast has 5. So we say, well, it's a bad idea anyway, but there's a silver lining to it. The silver lining is that the states were created to balance out geopolitical zones. Let us just say, is either a balance of power or balance of terror? Whichever one you take, that's what it is. But at least by all means, let the geopolitical zones be equal. That's the only thing good I see about this new creation. But if they do it, and one region, one geopolitical zone is more than the others, and Southeast begins to lag behind again, then it is duplicitous. It's dubious. It's a dishonest exercise. And I'm not going to have it. Thank you.
What are the chances of President Tinubu come 2027?
Of course, an incumbent president always has better chances than those challenging him. Of course, Jonathan is an exception, and you know why he was an exception. He had a gathering of very big populations conspiring against him. So Tinubu better watch out. If Southeast walks away from Tinubu and a chunk of the North walks away as well, he's not going to make second time. So for him to have a lock on second time, he better does business with Southeast. We are not going to be political fools in 2027. And I'm going to be saying it. So if he has Southeast in his kitty, and how does he get Southeast? By implementing policies that will make Southeasterners happy. Pure and simple. We love justice. That's the only way you can appease an Igbo man. You give him justice, he's happy with you. If you make Southeast happy, he will have Southeast in his corner, plus his Southwest, and then maybe one big geopolitical zone in the North Central, and a chunk of Northeast, and he gets a second time. But if he alienates the Southeast, well, let us see what happens. His chances will be as good as Jonathan's chances against Buhari when Jonathan lost.
And what's your last word to Nigerians?
What can I say except to tell Nigerians not to lose faith in themselves? Don't let anybody make you lose faith in yourself, whether you're Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Nupe, Gware, whatever. Your individualism is all you got left. Your individualism. You have the right to pursue happiness and success and progress for yourself and for your immediate families. Do very well for yourself in any situation that you find yourself. And don't let the ills of the nation break your spirit. In particular, the youth. Maybe the Japan syndrome needs to be looked at again. By all means, if you get a visa, travel. With the idea of trekking through the Sahara Desert or going through dangers of meandering through many nations without papers, I think should go. It's putting a great number of our youths at risk, and the nation is bleeding from it. If you have a valid visa to travel, to study, to work, by all means go. But for now, if you don't have, and you're stuck here like I'm stuck, you make the best of yourself. I try to make best of the situation. The advice I've given you is the advice I have given to myself. Thank you very much.
Please, I need your own thoughts or your own opinion. You can drop your opinion in the comment section. For more news and updates like this, subscribe. See you in my next upload, and bye for now.